What's up, suckers? How you doing? It's Danny Rocket here on a fine Sunday afternoon. 5 o'clock, the sun is shining, and just what the doctor ordered, the Cubs lost. And, like we've been talking about, you do not want to win baseball games in the middle of spring training. You want to lose as much as possible in the spring, just like in 2016, and that's what the Cubs did today. They lost the baseball game. So mostly it was Adbert Alzolai's fault. So hats off to him. It was not a good outing for him. Gave up a couple dongs, or did he? I mean, was it two? I forget how many he gave up. Either way, he sucked. He gave up 5 runs, 1 home run, just 1 home run. But Arrieta is really the story. He came back today. Little shaky start, put 2 on, and then managed to come back and retire the next 6. And that was it for Arrieta. The bad news there is no strikeouts. So he's pitching to contact. The velocity is down. So that kind of, he's just going to have to be crafty like John Lester was, the last couple of years, what we saw. So it wasn't great. Jake, it was nice to see him. He looks great. I mean, he, looks like a man, but, it's not exactly what you want. Now, here's the story for the pitching for me. Once again, you got these dudes coming out of the pitch lab, well, except for Workman. Workman they picked up and he's definitely going to work, man, out of the bullpen. But you got Chafin striking out the side. He looked great against his old team. Adam with a strikeout, and Workman had the 2. So the bullpen looked pretty damn good. Only Stock gave up a hit, and I don't know if you guys were watching the whole game, but Stock is... I love this dude on Twitter. If you don't follow Robert Stock on Twitter, you should. So I freaking love this. First pitch from Stock is like 19 feet outside. I was like, oh, welcome to the Cubs there, buddy. That was good to see. You got offensively, you got the dong from Wilson. That to lead off. I believe that's his first of the spring. And then Rizzo hit one as well, and that went pretty far as well. So that was awesome to see. Those guys seem to be right out of the gate raring to go. The most hilarious thing that happened in this game was fucking Geese on the field. It was freaking awesome. And I'm definitely going to bring it on the show on Wednesday when we go for the regular Sun Ranto show on Wednesday night. But that slow motion video of that goose chasing that other goose and then biting it right in the taint. One of the greatest things I've seen in a long time. That was really exciting. Here's something I forgot about. Lobatone is on the Cubs. I forgot. The ex-Washington National. I believe he's the dude that came off the base and is that what happened? Was against the Nationals in the NLDS in 2017, and he came off the base, and it was a kind of a bullshit call, but it went the Cubs' way. So, whoa. Anyway, he's on the Cubs. He's like a backup catcher type, I guess, right now, and I don't know. Maybe he's just depth. AAA. I got to look up that contract. I just forgot he was on the team. So interesting. Another thing, Ian Miller gets hit by a pitch, steals a base, ends up scoring a run, making it 5-4, making a great play in the outfield. I have no idea why he did not make the team last year and they went and got Billy Hamilton. It makes no sense. You could have used one of your own guys and gotten him a little bit more seasoning. Instead, you went out and got Billy Hamilton. You got Ian Miller, who brings all of that and maybe more to the table, because Billy Hamilton, everybody knows what he's going to do. Miller, they don't know as much about. So anyhow, he's got the bunting ability. He's got the stealing ability. I think with the expanded roster, you got to use a guy like this. Elite defense. I dig this guy. Ian Miller, he should be on the Cubs, I think. One more thing I want to talk about. Salty Bob Brenly. I don't know if you guys enjoyed listening to Bob or if it brought back any memories, but everything he says sounds like he's complaining. I mean, it is like listening to your uncle watch Fox News. It is just an intense, he's just got a kind of a bitch fest. When he went in about what was he talking about? Oh yeah, hit them where they ain't, kind of baseball and stuff. Now I kind of agree with that. The shift. He was talking about the shift. So he didn't like it. He didn't like the shift. He said, well, back in my day, you'd got a guy up there. You got Willie Stargell. He wouldn't play in no shift. He'd just butt the other way or hit it where they ain't. And if you needed a ball to go through between the first and second baseman, that's where he'd place it. Kids today, they're just swinging out of their shoes, blah, blah, blah. Freaking Bob Brenly, people. You can literally take Bob Brenly, shake him upside down on your French fries, and they'll be delicious because that is some salty Bob. Kind of miss him. I'm glad I don't have to hear that shit every day, though, because it's tiresome. Artie writes in, I listened to the game and hearing Bob Brenly gave me the bad flashbacks. No, I know, I did too. Like, I was done with him towards the end. I was like, please just shut up. I thought it was going to be a 7-inning game again. They don't even tell you half the time. They say it once per the whole game, like what they're going to do. And if you miss it, you have no idea how many innings it's going to be. So, yeah, anyway, I don't like the 7-inning games. I'm glad it went 9. I'm glad the Cubs lost. We have to lose. Our record was way too good. We're going to need to at least go under 500, and then we could have a winning season because you do not want to spend all your wins now. Adbert Alzolay, you lost the game. We're all very disappointed in you, but hats off. Thank you for losing the game, because you got to lose in spring training. So, I guess we'll go to, again, tomorrow. There's a game tomorrow. Let's see, who's playing tomorrow? Let's look this up on my trusty iPad. We got the Rangers at 2 o'clock. And that game is actually going to be shown by the Cubs network, Marquee. And now, I know you guys, probably don't know much about Marquee, because it's not really out there too much. It's a channel that not a lot of people can watch. But, yeah, it's going to be out tomorrow. You got Zach Davies going up against Kohei Arihara, who I assume is Japanese. So that should be good. It's at Sloan Park, 2 o'clock Central. Marquee Network. Should be good to see what Zach Davies, he did well his last time out, up there throwing a slow pitch. So we'll see you tomorrow. We'll come back on. I will anyway. And do a little post game. Cubs lose. Thank God. Fly the L. Spring training. Adbert Alzolay might suck. Jake's back. Wilson awesome. Rizzo awesome. Bob Brenly still salty. The Geese were the most entertaining thing about the game. Spagog.